I also understand there was another hearing before Judge Gurgis last Friday.
Correct.
Regarding the eminent domain process. What happened there?
Basically, there was a discussion about very specific details of the valuation process. One aspect being providing for advance payments, which is provided for under the EDPL. So he wanted to know, and the lawyers basically told him where things were with providing for advance payments, whether they would be available. And as I understood what Charles Webb said for the ESDC was that they would be available within 2 weeks of fulfilling certain conditions. They also presented an order to show cause, which is basically saying we want to make a motion requesting an order allowing them to get the sheriff to evict everybody essentially on the site. And that was made returnable for argument on I believe May 21st. I mean, sorry, April 21st.
So returnable for argument on April 21st means what?
It means that there will be an appearance in front of Justice Gurgis to argue about whether or not a writ of assistance, which is essentially an order of eviction, should be issued by the court, and if so, when. And there was a little bit of a preview of that argument. There's a very strong argument that it's incredibly premature. I don't think there's any doubt, if you talk to condemnation lawyers, of which I am not one, that normally that's a process that takes many, many months. But the ESDC submitted, this order to show cause, saying that the developer is losing something like $7 million a month, and this project is so important that it really doesn't matter whether people's lives are going to be disrupted. We really have to keep our eye on the ball, which is the sort of the financial injury to Forest City Radnor, which is paramount.
So best case for the ESDC's side is everyone could get an order to show cause as of the 21st. Later this month, people would be kicked out.
I guess that's it. Theoretically, if the court were to order that, which would surprise me to no end, I guess that could happen, and then it could be executed. I think that is manifestly unlikely and borderline impossible. If nothing else, because it's clear that Justice Gurgis does not want. He wants everybody to try to work this out somehow. He said as much in court. He said it on the record. He said it off the record. And I think he's going to want to exhaust, as any judge should, frankly, all possible options before he orders the sheriff to come and, remove people from their homes.
And that's because that looks bad, or just he thinks it's bad public policy?
Well, it looks bad, and presumably he, as a judge, is going to be interested in the rights and lives of all people involved in this, not just Forest City Radnor and its pocketbook. And if he is, I think he's going to want to avoid that, or at least do it in a way that causes as little disruption as possible. And issuing an immediate order in a way that is virtually unprecedented doesn't seem consistent with that to me.
And are there property owners who are, as a matter of principle, committed to being evicted, to your knowledge, or is that?
Well, I mean, I know what you know. I know that the Freddy's Bar has made it clear that they want to be there when the bulldozers come with their handcuffs to the bar. I don't really know anything more than that.
Okay.